So here's another little project I'm just about to get stuck into. This is a second-hand shed that I got for free, and I'm going to clean this area up here and get these pavers down and get this shed put up, and this will be where I can store some cut wood, keep it dry over the wet time, so which will be good. The bath came out of renovation from my grandmother's house. That's going to be a worm farm, so this is going to be cleaned up and set up for the woodshed. Okay, second-hand little shed that I've got, going to set up as a wood storage shed. Going to put it here. I've got some concrete pavers and some other pavers. So the first step is going to be getting this as level as I can. It's not going to be a house lot, so it doesn't have to be spot on, but certainly within a ballpark for level will be good, and then we can set the shed up on top, and hopefully then it will be fairly watertight and fairly sealed to keep some wood dry and clean for the winter. So let's get in and start clearing it up to start off with, and then I've got a spirit level there, so I'm just going to check the levels and see how much dirt has to be pulled out. If it's only a little bit, I'll just do it by hand. If it's going to be a lot, I'll get the scoop on the tractor, but we'll see once I get the level on and actually get a lay of the land. It doesn't look like much of a slope, but it can be quite deceiving, so time to just get cleaning into it, I suppose. So even a small area like that, once you scrape up all the leaf litter underneath a couple of gum trees, you end up with a good pile of organic material there. Going to be setting up some compost bins alongside this shed, so they're actually going to go down the bottom of the compost bin to start off with, so all of that material will be certainly used and valued and end up back in the garden at some stage. Okay, so just a quick sort of look at it there. That level is now indicating a level line, and you can see it's basically a brick high there, which means to get that back area there down to the same level as what I've got here at the front, I'm going to have to take out a brick in depth at the back there, and then remove all of that at the back down to the same depth, and then level it out as we come forward. Okay, so the shed's only 1.5 metres or just over 5 feet. So if I'm clear about where I position it, I shouldn't have to take out too much material. Of course, the other thing too is to get it perfectly level. If this was a permanent, decent garden shed rather than just a wood shed, I'd be bringing some sand and some bedding material to then put down and screed off and get it level before we put the pavers down. As this is just a bit of a wood storage, it doesn't have to be spot on, it just needs to be level enough to be able to re-put the sheets, the walls and sides together, so that it sits there nice and flat. So Trying to get the pieces out so I can just accurately measure and make sure I can set these pavers up in the right spot. Just a little reminder, particularly for Australians, but for anyone. Cooler weather, our little friends, the local snakes, go into brumation. Where they brumate is somewhere nice and secure, nice and tight. Gets a little bit of warmth on it like a sheet of tin. It's a perfect place. So any time of year, if you're moving sheets of flat tin that have been sitting there for a long time, always go about it thinking that there could be a snake underneath there. So just be mindful where you put your fingers. Make sure you can see where you're putting them, and as you lift that sheet closer to the ground, just be ready. I've already had one last season where I picked up a sheet of tin, and moving the sheet of tin didn't move him. He sat there, and then when I lifted it up, there he was. So just always be mindful. Okay, had another couple of little jobs to do this afternoon, which sort of took me away, so I haven't quite got as far as what I wanted, but I'm running out of daylight and I'm running out of pavers, so I'm going to pull up stumps here for the moment, but it's not looking too bad. Just a reminder, this isn't a video on how to lay pavers. This is not the way to lay pavers. As I said, should have a nice sandy base underneath them and screed that off and get it level. This is not a shed I'm going to be walking around on, so long as the outside pavers are reasonably level, so the shed's level. The ones inside, I'm hardly ever going to be walking on them. It's just a second-hand shed on second-hand pavers to store some wood over the summer, getting ready for winter, so it doesn't have to be the Taj Mahal. So it's a bit rough and ready, but hey, that's let's call it Aussie bush paving. So anyway, hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get that finished off and hopefully get the shed up. And I've started scraping a bit of the stuff around here, starting to clean up. That's going to be our first compost heap, so there's going to be a series of those along there made with pellets, and be able to move the material from one to the other. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks guys, see you soon.